Vivien Leigh, the shining star with a shadowed soul. A full story of beauty, talent, love, and tragedy. Introduction. Vivien Leigh. The name instantly brings to mind the unforgettable Scarlett O'Hara from Gone with the Wind, a performance so powerful that it became a benchmark in acting history. But beyond the glamour and success was a woman who battled inner demons, heartbreak, and illness. Leigh's life was a mixture of dazzling triumphs and haunting sorrows, making her story both inspiring and deeply tragic. Childhood and early life. Born November 5, 1913. Place: Darjeeling, India, then part of British India. Birth name: Vivien Mary Hartley. Vivien was born to Ernest Hartley, a British broker, and Gertrude Robinson, who was passionate about literature and arts. She spent the first 6 years of her life in the hills of Darjeeling. Her childhood in India was colorful and serene, but short-lived. At the age of 6, she was sent to a convent school in England. Isolated and lonely, Vivien found comfort in books, especially Shakespearean plays. Even as a child, she told her parents she wanted to be a great actress. Education and training. Vivien was a bright student, but was more drawn toward the performing arts than academics. After attending several schools in Europe, she joined the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art, RADA, in London in 1931. It was during this time she began acting in small stage plays and was introduced to the world of professional theater and cinema. Marriage and early career. In 1932, at the age of 19, Vivien married Leigh Holman, a London barrister 13 years older than her. The couple had a daughter, Suzanne. But Vivien's passion for acting never faded. She adopted the stage name Vivien Leigh and debuted in films with a small role in Things Are Looking Up, 1935. Her captivating screen presence caught the attention of critics and filmmakers quickly. Meeting Laurence Olivier. In 1936, Vivien met Laurence Olivier, one of the finest stage actors of that era, while working on the play The Mask of Virtue. The two fell in love, despite both being married to other people. Their affair became the talk of the town. Vivien once said, "We were like two halves of a whole." In 1940, after divorcing their respective partners, Vivien and Olivier married. The role of a lifetime, Scarlett O'Hara. In 1939, Vivien Leigh was cast as Scarlett O'Hara in Gone with the Wind, a role for which over 1,400 American actresses had auditioned. Many protested her selection, saying a British actress shouldn't play such an iconic Southern belle. But once the film released, Vivien silenced all critics. Her performance was fiery, emotional, and unforgettable. She won her first Academy Award, Oscar, for Best Actress. Soaring stardom. After Gone with the Wind, Vivien became a global sensation. She went on to star in several successful films, including Waterloo Bridge, 1940, That Hamilton Woman, 1941, Caesar and Cleopatra, 1945. But Vivien's true love remained the stage. Alongside Laurence Olivier, she performed in dozens of plays, especially Shakespearean tragedies like Macbeth, Hamlet, and Antony and Cleopatra. The Dark Side, bipolar disorder. Behind the camera, Vivien Leigh struggled with bipolar disorder, a condition that was not well understood at the time. She experienced severe mood swings, from manic energy and excitement to deep, paralyzing depression. Sometimes, she would collapse on set. Other times, she would lash out at co-stars or disappear for days. Even Laurence Olivier, despite his love for her, found it increasingly difficult to cope. Tuberculosis and health battles. In addition to mental illness, Vivien also battled tuberculosis, which she first contracted in the 1940s. Despite her worsening health, she continued acting, often pushing her body to extremes. During the filming of Anna Karenina, 1948, she collapsed multiple times. But she never let her illness define her work. Only her performances stood out, not her pain. Second Oscar win. In 1951, Vivien Leigh starred in A Streetcar Named Desire, opposite Marlon Brando. Her role as the fragile and tormented Blanche DuBois mirrored her own struggles. The performance was intense, raw, and hauntingly beautiful. She won her second Academy Award for Best Actress. But the role took a toll on her mental health. She later admitted, "Blanche's madness stayed with me for a long time." Breakdown of her marriage. By the late 1950s, Vivien's illness and erratic behavior had deeply affected her marriage. She suffered several nervous breakdowns, which led to hospitalizations and shock therapy. In 1960, after 2 decades together, Vivien and Laurence Olivier divorced. The separation devastated her. Olivier remarried, while Vivien drifted into loneliness. Final years. Vivien Leigh spent her final years in a mix of solitude, theater tours, and recurring illness. She attempted a few comebacks, including roles in the Roman Spring of Mrs. Stone, 1961, and stage plays across Europe. In 1967, tuberculosis returned, this time fatally. Vivien Leigh died on July 8, 1967, at the age of 53, in London. Legacy and tributes. After her death, London's theaters dimmed their lights for 1 full minute, an honor rarely given. She was cremated, and her ashes were scattered in the lake near her home. Vivien Leigh remains a timeless icon. Her beauty, grace, and extraordinary talent have inspired generations of actors and fans. Books, documentaries, and exhibitions have kept her memory alive, including Vivien Leigh, an intimate portrait by Kendra Bean. Vivien, The Life of Vivien Leigh by Alexander Walker. What made her special? She brought layered, emotional depth to her characters. She lived every role, sometimes at great personal cost. She fought her demons silently, never asking for pity. She balanced the chaos inside her with poise on the outside. Quotes that reflect her soul. Life is too short to work so hard. I loved acting. It was never difficult for me. It was what I wanted to do. I have a hard time understanding how people can believe in God and not believe in themselves. Conclusion. Vivien Leigh's life was more than just Oscars and beauty. It was a tale of talent fighting torment, of love and loss, and of a woman who gave the world some of the finest performances ever captured on film. She remains, to this day, a tragic yet glowing symbol of classic Hollywood, a reminder that even stars can have shadows.